Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. My name is Anna, and I am very happy to be here with you today. This podcast is for beginners, so we will speak slowly and use simple English. Today, our topic is love. Love is a very important part of life. It can be about family, friends, or a special person. Everyone feels love in different ways. In this episode, we will talk about what love means and share simple ideas. I am here with my friend Mark, and we will talk together. I hope you enjoy listening and learning English with us.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mark. Thank you, Anna, for the warm introduction. I'm excited to talk about love today. It is a simple but deep topic. Love can make us happy, but sometimes it can also be difficult. In this podcast, we will use easy English so you can understand clearly. We will share our thoughts and experiences in a simple way. I hope this conversation helps you learn new words and also think about love in your own life. Let's enjoy this topic together and learn step by step.
Mark, I think love is a very interesting topic. For me, love is not only about romance, it is also about care and kindness. For example, when I help a friend or talk with my family, I feel love. Small actions can show love every day. I think love is something we can give and receive. It does not always need big words or big actions. What do you think love means, Mark?
That is a beautiful idea, Anna. For me, love means understanding and support. When someone listens to me and helps me, I feel loved. I also try to give the same feeling to others. Love can be simple, like saying kind words or spending time together. I think love is important for a happy life. Without love, life can feel empty. So it is good to talk about this topic and understand it better.
Yes, Mark, I agree with you. I also think love is about respect. When we respect someone, we care about their feelings. We listen to them and try to understand them. This is very important in any relationship. Love is not only about feeling good, it is also about being patient and kind, even when things are not easy.
That is very true, Anna. Love is not always easy. Sometimes we have problems or misunderstandings. But if we care about each other, we try to solve these problems. I think communication is very important in love. Talking and listening can help us understand each other better.
Yes, Mark, communication is very important. I also think love can grow over time. At first, it may be small, but with care and time, it becomes stronger. We need to take care of our relationships like we take care of a plant. With time and effort, love can become deep and strong.
I like that example, Anna. Love is like a plant. It needs time and care. If we forget it, it may become weak. But if we give attention, it grows well. I think this is a simple way to understand love.
Yes, Mark, that is a nice way to think. I also believe love can make us better people. When we love someone, we try to be kind and patient. We think about others, not only ourselves. This can help us grow as a person.
I agree, Anna. Love can teach us many things. It can teach us kindness, patience, and understanding. These are very important in life. Love is not only a feeling, it is also an action.
That is a great point, Mark. Love is something we do, not something we feel. I think this is a good idea for our listeners to remember.
Yes, Anna, I think so too. Love is simple, but also very important.
Thank you, Mark. I think we had a very nice introduction to our topic. We talked about what love means and why it is important. I hope our listeners are ready to learn more.
Yes, Anna, this was a great start. Dear listeners, thank you for listening to our introduction. Now we will move to part 1, where we will talk about different types of love. Let's continue together.
Let's start part 1 and talk about different types of love. For me, one important type is family love. I feel love when I spend time with my parents or talk with my family. We help each other and care about each other. This kind of love is strong and usually lasts a long time. Even when we have small problems, we still love each other. Family love gives me comfort and support. It helps me feel safe. I think many people feel this kind of love every day, and it is very special in our lives.
That is a great example, Anna. Family love is very important. For me, another type of love is friendship. I feel love when I am with my friends. We talk, laugh, and help each other. Good friends understand us and stay with us in good and bad times. This kind of love is also very strong. It may not be romantic, but it is still very meaningful. I think friendship makes life more enjoyable. Without friends, life can feel lonely. So friendship is a very important type of love.
Yes, Mark, friendship is very special. Another type of love is romantic love. This is the love between two people who have a special relationship. It can include feelings of care, attraction, and connection. Romantic love can be very exciting, but it also needs trust and understanding. People need to communicate and support each other. I think romantic love can be beautiful, but it also needs effort to grow and stay strong.
I agree, Anna. Romantic love is important, but it needs work. Another type of love is self-love. This means loving and caring for yourself. For example, taking rest, eating well, and thinking positively about yourself. If we do not love ourselves, it is hard to love others. Self-love helps us feel confident and happy. I think many people forget about this type of love, but it is very important.
That is a very good point, Mark. Self-love is very important. Another type of love is love for things we enjoy. For example, I love music and reading. When I do these activities, I feel happy. This kind of love makes life more interesting. It gives us joy and energy. I think it is important to have hobbies and things we love to do.
Yes, Anna, hobbies are important. Another type of love is love for helping others. For example, when we help someone in need, we feel good. This is a kind of caring love. It is not about getting something back. It is about giving and making others happy. I think this kind of love can make the world a better place.
I agree, Mark. Helping others is a beautiful kind of love. Another type is love for learning. For example, when we enjoy studying or learning new things, we feel excited. This love helps us grow and improve. It makes learning fun, not boring. I think loving learning is very helpful in life.
That is true, Anna. Love for learning is very useful. Another type is love for nature. Some people love the sea, mountains, or trees. When they spend time in nature, they feel calm and happy. This kind of love helps us relax and enjoy the world around us.
Yes, Mark, nature is very beautiful. Another type is love for pets. Many people love their animals like dogs or cats. They take care of them and feel happy with them. Pets can give comfort and joy. This is also a strong and special kind of love.
I agree, Anna. Pets can give a lot of love. Another type is love for community. This means caring about people around us, like neighbors or classmates. When we help and support our community, we feel connected. This is also important for a happy life.
Yes, Mark, community love is important. I think we talked about many types of love. Love is not only one thing. It can be many things in our life.
That's right, Anna. Love is everywhere in different forms. I hope our listeners understand these types of love. Now we are ready to move to part 2, where we will talk about how to show love in daily life. Let's continue together.
Now let's talk about how to show love in daily life. For me, one simple way is using kind words. Saying thank you, please, or I care about you can make people feel happy. These words are small, but they are very powerful. I also try to listen carefully when someone talks. This shows respect and care. When we listen, we show that we value the other person. I think showing love does not need big actions. Small and simple things can make a big difference in our relationships every day.
That is a great idea, Anna. Kind words are very important. For me, another way to show love is by helping others. For example, I help my family with housework or support my friends when they need it. These actions show care. I also think spending time together is important. When we give our time, it shows that the person is important to us. We do not always need to spend money. Just being together and talking can show love in a simple and meaningful way.
Yes, Mark. Spending time together is very special. Another way I show love is by giving small gifts. It does not need to be expensive. It can be something simple, like a note or a small snack. The important thing is the thought behind it. I also like to remember special days, like birthdays. This shows that I care and remember important moments. These small actions can make people feel loved and appreciated.
I agree, Anna. Small gifts can be very meaningful. Another way I show love is by being patient. Sometimes people make mistakes or feel upset. In those moments, I try to stay calm and understanding. This shows respect and care. I also try to forgive others when there are problems. Forgiveness is an important part of love. It helps relationships stay strong and healthy.
That is a very important point, Mark. Patience is a big part of love. Another way I show love is by supporting others. For example, when my friend has a goal, I encourage them. I say positive things and help them feel confident. This kind of support can make a big difference. It shows that we believe in them. I think encouragement is a simple but powerful way to show love.
Yes, Anna, support is very important. Another way I show love is by taking care of others. For example, if someone is sick, I help them or check on them. This shows care and kindness. I also think being honest is important. When we are honest, we build trust. Trust is a strong part of love. Without trust, relationships can become weak.
I agree, Mark. Honesty is very important. Another way I show love is by sharing my feelings. Sometimes it is not easy, but I try to say how I feel. This helps others understand me better. It also makes our relationship stronger. Communication is very important in showing love.
That is true, Anna. Communication helps a lot. Another way I show love is by respecting others. I listen to their opinions and accept their differences. Everyone is different, and that's okay. Respect shows that we value the other person. It's a very important part of love.
Yes, Mark. Respect is very important. Another way I show love is by doing small acts every day. For example, making tea for someone or helping with a task. These small actions show care and kindness. They may seem simple, but they are very meaningful.
I agree, Anna. Small actions are very powerful. Another way I show love is by being there for others. When someone needs me, I try to be present. This shows that I care and support them. Being there is sometimes more important than words.
That is a great point, Mark. I think we shared many simple ways to show love. These ideas are easy to understand and can help our listeners in daily life.
Yes, Anna, this was a great discussion. I hope our listeners learned useful ways to show love. Now we are ready to move to part 3, where we will talk about challenges in love and how to deal with them. Let's continue together.
Now let's talk about challenges in love. For me, one big challenge is misunderstanding. Sometimes I say something, but the other person understands it in a different way. This can cause problems. To solve this, I try to speak clearly and also listen carefully. I ask questions if I do not understand. Good communication can help avoid many problems. I think it is important to be open and honest. Misunderstandings are normal, but we can fix them with calm and clear communication.
I understand that, Anna. Misunderstanding happens often. Another challenge for me is not having enough time. People are busy with work or study, and they forget to spend time with loved ones. This can make relationships weak. To solve this, I try to make time, even if it is short. A simple message or a short call can help. I think giving time is very important in love. Without time, it is hard to keep a strong connection.
Yes, Mark, time is very important. Another challenge is arguments. Sometimes people do not agree and they argue. This can hurt feelings. When I have an argument, I try to stay calm and not say hurtful words. I also try to listen to the other person's point of view. After some time, we can talk again and solve the problem. I think respect is very important during arguments.
I agree, Anna. Arguments are normal, but we need to handle them well. Another challenge is trust. If there is no trust, relationships can become difficult. Trust can be broken by lies or actions. To build trust, I try to be honest and keep my promises. Trust takes time to build, but it is very important for strong love.
That is very true, Mark. Trust is very important. Another challenge is feeling jealous. Sometimes people feel jealous when they think they may lose someone. This feeling can cause problems. I try to control this feeling and talk about it calmly. Communication helps reduce jealousy. It is important to trust and respect each other.
Yes, Anna, jealousy can be difficult. Another challenge is not understanding each other's feelings. Sometimes we think differently. To solve this, I try to listen more and think about how the other person feels. This helps me understand better. Empathy is very important in love.
I agree, Mark. Understanding feelings is important. Another challenge is being too busy and forgetting to show love. Sometimes we feel love, but we do not show it. So now I try to show it with small actions like kind words or spending time. Showing love is just as important as feeling it.
That is a great point, Anna. Another challenge is giving up too quickly. Some people stop trying when things become difficult, but love needs effort. I try to be patient and work on problems. Small efforts can make a big difference over time.
Yes, Mark. Effort is very important. Another challenge is expecting too much. Sometimes people expect perfect behavior, but no one is perfect. I try to accept people as they are. This helps me feel more relaxed and happy in relationships.
I agree, Anna. Accepting others is important. Another challenge is stress from outside problems, like work or study. This stress can affect relationships. To solve this, I try to talk about my feelings and relax. This helps me stay calm and kind.
That is very true, Mark. We talked about many challenges like misunderstanding, time, and trust. These are normal problems. The important thing is to handle them with care and patience.
Yes, Anna, this was a very helpful discussion. I hope our listeners feel encouraged. Love is not always easy, but we can make it better step by step. Now we are ready to move to part 4, where we will talk about keeping love strong. Let's continue together.
Now let's talk about how to keep love strong. For me, one important way is to communicate often. I try to talk with people I love every day, even if it is a short message. This helps us stay connected. I also try to listen carefully, not only speak. Good communication helps us understand each other better. When we understand each other, love becomes stronger. I think simple and regular communication is very important in any relationship.
That is a great point, Anna. Communication is key. For me, another way to keep love strong is to spend quality time together. It is not only about being together, but also about enjoying the time. For example, we can talk, walk, or share a meal. These simple moments help build strong connections. I think giving attention to the other person is very important. It shows that we care and value them.
Yes, Mark, spending time together is very special. Another way I keep love strong is by showing appreciation. I say thank you and tell people I am happy to have them in my life. These words are simple, but they make people feel valued. I think appreciation helps relationships grow. When people feel appreciated, they feel more loved.
I agree, Anna. Appreciation is very important. Another way I keep love strong is by being honest. I try to share my true feelings in a kind way. Honesty builds trust, and trust makes love stronger. Even when it is difficult, I think it is better to be honest than to hide things.
That is very true, Mark. Another way I keep love strong is by being patient. Sometimes people make mistakes or have a bad day. In those moments, I try to stay calm and understanding. Patience helps avoid problems and keeps the relationship peaceful. I think patience is a big part of love.
Yes, Anna, patience is very important. Another way I keep love strong is by supporting others. When someone I love has a goal or a problem, I try to help and encourage them. This shows that I care about their life and happiness. Support makes people feel strong and loved.
I agree, Mark. Support is very meaningful. Another way I keep love strong is by keeping small traditions. For example, having a regular meal together or calling at a certain time. These small habits create special moments. They help build strong and happy relationships.
That is a nice idea, Anna. Traditions can be very special. Another way I keep love strong is by solving problems quickly. If there's a problem, I try to talk about it and find a solution. I do not wait too long. This helps keep the relationship healthy.
Yes, Mark, solving problems is important. Another way I keep love strong is by having fun together. Laughing and enjoying time together makes relationships happy. It helps us relax and feel close.
I agree, Anna. Fun and laughter are very important. Another way I keep love strong is by respecting space. Sometimes people need time alone. I try to understand this and give them space. This helps keep balance in the relationship.
That is a great point, Mark. Respecting space is important. I think we shared many simple ways to keep love strong. These ideas are easy to follow and can help anyone.
Yes, Anna, this was a great discussion. I hope our listeners learned useful ideas. Now we are ready to move to the ending and finish our podcast. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to our podcast today. We talked about love and shared many simple ideas about types of love, how to show love, and how to keep it strong. I hope you enjoyed our conversation and found it easy to understand. Remember, love is not only a feeling, but also something we do every day. Small actions, kind words, and patience can make a big difference. Thank you, Mark, for this wonderful talk. I really enjoyed it. I hope our listeners will join us again next time. Take care and goodbye.
Thank you, Anna, and thank you to all our listeners. It was great to talk about love with you today. I hope this podcast helped you learn simple English and also think about love in your own life. Remember to be kind, patient, and honest. Love grows with time and care. Small actions every day can make relationships stronger. I also enjoyed our conversation very much, Anna. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Have a wonderful day, and we hope to see you again in our next episode. Goodbye.